Daddy, please come home soon. Mom's in trouble.
What are you talking about? Did something happen?
Mom just got pulled out of the house by some guys that looked like they were in the mob. They yelled, "We'll get our money out of you one way or another." What's going on? Do we really owe the mob money? What are we gonna do? How could this happen? This is because you don't make enough money for us. If you did, this wouldn't have happened.
Just leave it. Forget about her.
Oh my God. How could you say that? That's so cruel. Don't you care about what's going to happen to her? This is exactly what she was talking about.
What do you mean?
She always told me about you. She said you don't care about us at all. Now I've finally seen it for myself. You don't care about your family at all, do you?
Did your mom really tell you that?
She told me all about your past, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She told me you used to be in a gang or something. I'm the daughter of a criminal.
She told you that, too?
Yeah. She's had a really rough life because of you. She had to get a part-time job to make up for you not bringing home enough money. And yet, you don't care about what happens to her at all. Don't you have a conscience? I'm so disappointed in you.
I won't be home from work until later. Lock up and get some sleep.
Are you serious? Don't change the topic. You never take anything seriously. Why don't you want to ever talk to me about serious things?
There's nothing I could do to help your mother. Whether she makes it home in one piece or not is up to her.
What's that supposed to mean? This is all your fault. I wish they would have taken you instead.
Like I said, just leave it for now. Those guys are serious. Don't get caught up in that.
Have you forgotten she's your wife? You don't care what's going to happen to her. Don't you love her enough to want to help her? I'll take that as a no. I guess that's how it's gonna be. I hate you. I hope they take you away next and make you disappear forever. Pat, you've got to help me. They took me to some warehouse. I guess it's their base or something. I don't know. They're threatening me if I don't pay them back.
You've got some nerve texting me.
They told me to text anyone I could to get them their money.
Got it. But we don't have the money to pay them back. Forget it.
What? Don't you care about me?
Nah.
Why? Oh, when did you become so heartless?
I don't care what you call me. I did what I had to do.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I don't even consider you my husband anymore. Whatever. I'll get Alyssa to help me.
What could a girl in high school do for you? If you're looking for money, she's the wrong person to ask for help.
At least she'd come here and try to help me.
Are you out of your mind? Don't you dare think for a second to have her come there. Don't bring our daughter into this.
She's all I have left. If you're not going to come for me, I have no other choice.
She still believes you. She thinks I'm the bad guy. Whatever, I'm fine with that. Don't betray her by letting her find out who you really are.
She's my one ally left. I know she'll help me. She thinks you're a scumbag because that's what you are.
I don't care what you or she thinks about me. Neither of you are wrong. Running with a gang is terrible. I don't care if both of you hate me, or I'm seen as a man who abandoned his wife. I'm doing that to protect her from the truth. And if you bring her over there, it'll all be for nothing. That can't happen. You need to understand that. You got yourself into this mess. Don't let her find out who you really are. It would destroy her.
When did you get so righteous? I don't have to listen to you. I know you're behind this.
You're the one who got yourself into this. I don't want to keep repeating myself. Don't get her wrapped up in your problems.
You have no right to give me orders. What kind of a father only gives his family enough money to eat? How can you call yourself a man?
Alyssa, listen to me. If your mom texts you asking for help, just ignore it.
What do you want?
I just talked with her. No matter what she says, you absolutely must stay away from those people.
Yeah, she told me. She also told me you refused to go help her. You're a deadbeat husband, just like I thought.
Right now, what you think of me absolutely doesn't matter. All that matters is that you stay away from where your mother is. You have no idea what kind of danger you'd be in if you went there.
I don't care what you say. If you're not going to help Mom, I will. Mom's the only family I have left. If I lose her, I don't know what I'd do.
What could you possibly do to help her? You're still a kid. You don't have any money. What's your plan?
She said I'd help her just by going there. I want to go and save her. Just leave me alone.
Alyssa, you have no idea what these people are capable of. These people have done horrible things, and they don't care if you're still in high school.
I don't care. If I lose Mom, I lose everything. I'm saving her. I'm not letting her suffer any more because of you.
Fine. I'm obviously not going to change your mind. But before you go there, there's something I want to show you.
What? I don't have time.
Make time. I want you to see this. If you don't, you're going to really regret going over there and trying to help her.
Hurry up and show me then. What are you even saying?
Are you at home?
Yeah. What's up with you? I want to go over and save her ASAP.
Chill out. Go into our room, go to your mom's dresser, and open the second drawer from the bottom. There's going to be a brown envelope. Open it up and read what's inside.
What?
Just do it. Please.
Fine. Mom's dresser, second drawer from the bottom. Read what's inside the brown envelope. I found it. It has Mom's name on it. Are you sure it's okay if I open it?
I really wish I didn't have to show you this. I didn't want you to get hurt more than you already have. But if you've made up your mind about trying to help your mother, I have no other choice.
What's that supposed to mean? What's in this? I really don't want to read it now.
If you really want to go help her, read it. It's the truth about her that she's been hiding from you. Read every word.
What's taking so long? Alyssa still isn't here. I think she might have blocked my number. None of my texts are going through. What did you say to her?
I told her everything. I told her everything about her mother that she loved more than anything. I told her who you really are.
What? I thought you said you were keeping all of that from her. There's no way. I don't believe you. She hates you. She wouldn't believe anything you tell her.
Just like you planned, right? You dragged my name through the mud to pull her in closer to you. I don't care about that. It's not like I could stop it. I'm barely ever home since I work so much. If she hates me, she hates me. What can I do? But I'm not gonna stand aside and let my daughter go over and get herself involved with mobsters.
I knew she was going to come for me. You're doing everything you can to stop her. Let her go come help her mother if that's what she wants.
It's actually not what she wants. She decided to stay home. She decided that after she cursed up a storm about you for 20 minutes.
Why would she do that? You mean she was talking about you, not me, right?
No, I think even the neighbors knew she was talking about you. You have no one to blame but yourself.
Stop being vague. Tell me what you said to her. Oh, why isn't she coming? Bring her over here right now. I need her to come here.
Oh, I bet you do. I've known all along why you needed her to come there. What good could a high school girl with no money do against the mob? You were planning to hand her over to them in return for them letting you go. That's what you negotiated with them.
No, I wasn't.
All right then. Why do you want her to come?
I'm her mother. Why would I ever do something like that?
You think I'm stupid? You put your own daughter up as security when you took money from those mobsters.
It wasn't just her. I told them I'd put my own safety on the line when I took that money.
I don't care about you. How could you sleep at night getting your own daughter involved with the mob without her knowledge of it? Not to mention, the only reason you had to borrow from them is because you had a horrible gambling problem. I showed her the contract they made you sign, plus your credit card statements. She saw how deep you dug your family into debt. You're lucky you didn't hear the things she was saying about you. She hates your guts.
You're gonna sit on your high horse and try to preach to me? You had no clue what was going on until you happened to find that paper. Maybe if you spent more time at home, things wouldn't have come to this.
Yeah, maybe. I worked as hard as I did to make money for the family. That was a mistake. By the time I realized how much money you owed, it was way more than I could ever help you with.
Yeah, of course you can't. You don't make any money at your pathetic job.
Maybe not, but it was enough to never need anything and to raise our daughter comfortably. Unlike you, I never wanted to expose her to that world. I wanted her to go to college and get a good job so she'd never have to live like you. Thanks to the debt you've sunk us into, that seems impossible.
You're the man in the family. Of course you have to work to pay us. I'm the one who agreed to marry you, even though you were no better than those people in the past. You should be kissing the ground I walk on for pulling you out of that life.
I do appreciate what you did for me. I used to be a real piece of human garbage. Just because I left that life doesn't take back the things I've done. I really am thankful you loved me enough to marry me, help me turn my life around. You gave me a beautiful daughter, who I'd do anything for. Which is exactly why I have to protect her from you.
Oh, ex-criminal daddy comes to save the day. Like I said, you have no choice but to bring home the money as the father. You've done nothing else for her aside from that. Don't all of a sudden try to be father of the year.
Maybe you're right. That's why this time I did everything I could to protect her.
Wait a second. You're behind all of this, aren't you? Why is it just me who's getting punished? I put Alyssa up for collateral too.
When I heard you took money from them, I went over to negotiate a deal with them.
You did? How stupid are you? You don't even have half of the money we need to pay them back. What could you possibly negotiate?
I swore to myself I'd never go back to that life or ever have anything to do with people like them. But I knew that one of the higher-up guys was one of my old friends. Back when I was still in the gang, he was my mentor.
Oh, so something good actually came from you being a thug? So you can ask him to just erase my debt entirely, right? Don't be stupid. Hurry up and come over here to talk to him.
You are in absolutely no position to call anyone stupid. Things don't work like that with these people. If you take something from them, either you give it back or they take it back. For most people, that's the way it goes. I knew that I didn't make enough to ever be able to pay everything back and support the family. Instead, I had a meeting with the guy I knew, and we've reached a new agreement.
What kind of agreement?
I had them clear Alyssa from any part of this. In return, I said I'd pay back half the money. Once I do that, we'd wipe our hands clean of this whole thing. The other half is all on you to pay back. They agreed, so that's what's going to happen.
So in other words, you're completely abandoning me?
You're lucky I had someone on the inside that would listen to me. I was banking on the fact the guy I knew probably didn't like that you put up your own daughter's safety as a guarantee for repayment. I was right. I don't think you understand how lucky we are that I knew someone that would be willing to even sit down and listen to a new deal, let alone agree to one. You risked your daughter's life, and I saved it.
Stop it! What's going to happen to me?
I don't care at all. All I cared about was being able to get Alyssa out of this. I'm breaking my back working to repay that money, but I have no other choice. If you haven't put two and two together yet, that's why I haven't been able to bring more money home for us. When I told Alyssa that's the real reason why I don't give our family that much money, she cried her eyes out. I mean, I never made that much to begin with anyway, though. We both know the money from your job was to fund your addictions.
So I have to deal with the debt myself? Oh, it's so unfair that Alyssa gets to walk away from this, but I can't.
This is the grave you dug for yourself, plain and simple. I did what I had to save Alyssa. I don't care what happens to you now. Figure it out yourself.
Please, help me. I don't even want to think about what my life is going to be like now. They're going to extort me and use me however they want. Oh, that's the world these guys live in, right?
Yeah, whatever you think they are, they're worse than that. You have a long and bumpy road ahead of you. It's not impossible, though. I made it out, and you can too.
How long is it going to take? I don't think I'll be able to last too long.
And yet you were ready to put your daughter through the same thing? You've been a scumbag for a while. Don't act like working for them is what makes you a piece of garbage. This isn't something that happened to you. This is something that's happening because of you. Have you calmed down?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm sorry I kept that from you. I never wanted you to see that because I know how much it would hurt you.
I know, but you should have told me sooner. I hated you all this time, for no reason. I wasted all my energy into negative feelings towards you.
You're really mature for your age. You're a good kid. Don't be so hard on yourself. Even though you hated me this whole time, you take after me a lot.
I can see that now. I work hard, just like you do. In school, I always get really good grades.
I should have known that. I'm sorry I spent so much time working and not focusing at things at home more. I had no idea you were such a bright kid.
But you were working for me. You wanted to make sure I went to college, right? And on top of that, you were working to pay back those guys for the money Mom owes them. It was all for me.
I wish I had a better job and made more money. None of this would have probably happened. If I were rich, I probably could have just paid out Mom's debts flat out.
That's not your problem to worry about. It's not your responsibility. All of this is Mom's fault. Mine too.
Huh. How do you figure this is your fault?
It is. Plus, I feel horrible for the way I talked to you. All you cared about was making sure I was okay, but I said such mean things to you. I didn't care at all about you. I was brainwashed by Mom and believed everything she said about you. I'm a horrible person. I'm so sorry.
I never want to hear you say that ever again. If anything, I'm happy about the way you handled everything.
What do you mean?
You wanted to save your mother, despite it being extremely dangerous. That's really brave. I'm so happy you turned out to be such a good kid. You're my pride and joy. I really mean that. Thank you for being you.
Dad, you're such a good person.
Aw, dads just have a soft spot for their daughters. Mom loved you too, though.
What's going to happen to her?
I honestly have no idea. All I know is that she'll be working for them now. I already broke my promise to myself to never get involved with them again. I won't break it twice. What happens to her is up to her.
Oh, does that mean you're getting a divorce?
Yes, it does. I sent the guy I knew the divorce papers to give to her. Once she signs them and I get them back, I'll go file them.
Is the guy you knew from when you were in a gang?
Yeah, but don't worry. He's just doing one last favor for me. I've been thinking about moving, so I can really wash my hands clean of everything.
Am I going to have to change schools?
Nah, you won't. I'll find a place close enough where you won't have to switch. I want you to keep working hard in school, go to college, and get a good job for yourself. I never want you to worry about the same things I do.
Okay, I will. I promise to get a good job and make your life easier. Just wait and see.
Thanks. You really are a good kid. I think this might be the happiest I've ever been.
For now. I promise to make your life even better in the future. You've done so much for me. Now it's time for me to return the favor.
Thanks, Alyssa. That really means a lot to me. You're a better person than all of us. A few days later, the signed divorce papers showed up at my door. I went down to submit them and moved to a new house with Alyssa shortly after. My contact in the mob has been keeping me up to date with what's happening to Trinity. They have her working at a club they run, and have her selling drugs on the side until she pays back all the money she owes them. I think it's going to take a long time before she pays it all back, though. She has no one to blame but herself. I thanked my contact for letting me know about Trinity, and then he told me, "You're lucky to have gotten out. Stay as far away as possible. Don't come back to this life." He didn't have to tell me twice. I appreciated his concern. Seems like everything's gonna work out. I'm enjoying my new life together with Alyssa. I'm not always the most positive or optimistic person, but Alyssa definitely is. Whenever I'm feeling a little down, she does anything she can to put me in a better mood. She's really turning into a mature adult. I feel a little embarrassed to admit this, but it feels like our roles are reversed. She's the one acting like a mother figure to me now. We're just taking things one day at a time. She says one day true happiness will find us. I think it already has.